Minister, staying with China, from the political part of it, just going back to the LAC for a moment, there have, as you no doubt know, there have been multiple rounds of talks, over a dozen rounds of talks between the core commanders. You've met your counterpart a few times. There's the question of the return to status quo of April 2020. And there is also a sense that, the Chinese are there in large numbers, they're talking to us, but there's no sign of any really big disengagement. Have things changed on the ground, sir? Is there a realization that this situation is becoming a kind of semi-permanent, foreseeable future kind of situation where we have to live with the Chinese in large numbers at our doorstep?
Have things changed on the ground with reference to April 2020?
Yes, yes.
Well, obviously. I mean, things have changed enormously on the ground. I mean, they brought forces up, so we have counter-deployed. So now if you ask me how long will that continue, it will continue as long as they deploy. So look, let me be very, very clear about one thing. Yes, I mean, they have done things, as I said, which were in contravention of agreements, etc. But there's been no lack of resolve or firmness or effectiveness in terms of what we have to do to protect our national security. So we've also had additional deployments, and they've stayed through one winter. We are getting close to another winter. So I have every confidence that the Indian Armed Forces will do what they have to do to protect this country. And I expect everybody else who's reasonably patriotic to have the same confidence.
Dr. Jaishankar, having one hostile neighbor is bad enough. At this moment, we have the PLA amassed along the LAC. We have the Pakistani army, which continues its nefarious designs along the line of control and in Jammu and Kashmir. And now we have in Afghanistan, China and Pakistan working in concert. Would you say in some senses this is a worst case strategic situation playing itself out? And how are you recalibrating India's strategy given the fact that you've got two hostile neighbors working so closely in tandem?
Rahul, we're coming back to this point, which is you pose the problem as though I have a choice in the matter. I don't. I have what I have. So if I've had pretty much a continuously difficult situation on my western border. Now, if along with that I have an aggravation on my northern border, but I will do what I have to do to meet it. I can't say, well, I'm overstretched or I don't like it or, this is a very complex challenge. I mean, I'm presented with a clear and present danger, and I have to respond to that. And I would say, very frankly, we have, the armed forces have done that, have done a very good job in responding to it.
The one thing I'm sure many people sitting here at the India Today conclave and watching on TV or on our digital assets would really appreciate is the manner in which not just that we stood up to the PLA, but we stood up to neo-imperialism of kind being shown by the United Kingdom on the issue of the Desi vaccine. The same vaccine, when they're administering to their citizens to others, they think is good enough for them to be allowed to travel the world over. And when India administers the Covishield, somehow they had a problem. And that's, really a sign of a new assertive India saying, okay, you don't let me in, I don't let you in, now you're quarantined as well. Well done, Dr. Jaishankar.
Well, thank you. I just think it's a sensible India. I mean, what else would you do? I mean, to me, this was a problem which shouldn't have arisen in the first place. So we did what we had to do, and I'm glad we've sorted out the situation. And I had a very, very cordial talk with my counterpart this afternoon. I hope both of us agreed that we should find ways by which travel happens more freely and naturally and without quarantine between our countries. So that's where it is.